Me. How you doing? 10 years ago, kind of tomorrow, but it's September 11th today. It was actually September 12th in New Zealand when it happened, or when I woke up in the morning. And my mum come into my bedroom and said, "Hey, it's America's been attacked." I'm like, "What?" So I ran downstairs, went in front of the TV and just watched in amazement at what I was seeing. It was very confusing at that stage because it was just like bits were coming in, bits were showing old footage and things, and I think it was about 2 or 3 hours later than it actually had happened, from when it had happened. And then I went to school, and the whole class, school was in Polytech uni slash thing, and went into economics out of all things, and sat there and was just like, the whole class was just sad, or just somber, melancholy. It was just very dark times. Everyone was confused. And then over the years, things were, wars were created. Lots of different wars. And blame was put on people that were not necessarily known, but they were the bad guys. We had to go after the bad guys, because if we weren't on your side, we were against you. And, you just took it as it was, because that's just how it was. And, I don't know, over the years, I think more and more people become aware of what was actually going on. And I know I was, and I think it wasn't until I watched the original Zeitgeist, which was in 2007. So it was some years afterwards that I noticed what may have actually happened properly. And then from there I had new research and so forth like that. And there is just so much that actually goes against the official story, and so many facts that if you look for them and use your reason and logic, you can actually see that something is up. The official story does not go with it. And then if you go with all the other aspects of the wars that were created, the weapons of mass destruction, the continuation of the wars that have gone on for 10 years, all these things, when you just put them all together, something is just overall wrong. Yet there are a lot of people out there still that don't either know about the alternative story of what happened on September 11th, or they do know about the so-called conspiracy theorists, and they are not using not looking for the facts, and they're using their opinions. And it's based on emotion. It's not based on knowing what is there. It's based on the emotion is, the government could have done that, and they always just go straight to the government. It's got, the government could have done that. Why would they do that? It's impossible. Blah blah blah. And it's because they don't want to know that there is maybe a possibility that someone or something out there has been able to manipulate a situation to their own needs. And that, in my understanding, not belief, understanding, from the facts that I've seen, that is what I see. There is something that has gone on behind the scenes to manipulate what had happened. And it goes right through to the media. And I'm not saying that there's a whole huge amount of people involved, but the thing is, once you get on track, once there is one person, or it's that whole minority. If the minority thinks that there's something up, they're going to push the minority to the side. They're not going to believe the minority. The majority always rules, and the majority is done through the media at the moment. So with the media the way it is, they're going to portray across what they are doing. And in the end, it all comes down to money. You've got to follow it right back to its root cause, and money is the thing that has created a lot of these issues. So, if you don't know, or you are using your opinion over fact, go look for the facts. Even if you go look for the facts and then go, they don't ring true to me, that's cool. You're at least looking at the facts that are there. There was someone that I used to watch on YouTube. He put up I subscribed to him a couple of years back, but I had seen a video that he'd put up, and it was trying to debunk the Building 7. as I talk about Building 7 a lot, because there was just so much inherently wrong about what actually happened with the official story. You know, there's 5,000 architects and engineers that are trying to get a new investigation because of this, but for some reason, this guy did the whole debunking of the story, and he said that fire brought it down. And the thing is, there's only little fires in the building, and with little fires, that they were weakening the structure, and because of that, depending on where the fires were, the whole thing just collapsed. However, and then at the end, I can't remember exactly what he said at the end, but he said something about that fire. It had happened before. I don't know. I can't remember. But I don't know. I'll try not to go there. But anyway, it was the first time in history that steel structured buildings had come down due to fire. 3 of them on the same day. Since then, there's been a whole lot of fires and skyscrapers and other things over the last 10 years. They are blazing infernos. Blazing infernos. And then they're still standing to some point where they actually reuse the structure that's there when they rebuild it. Yet, this tiny little fire, which actually got put out or died out in its own accord, eventually collapsed. And that is the biggest smoking gun there is. It's the Building 7, and then there's so many other facts to go with it. So again, remember Building 7, because if you don't, you're not looking out for the other aspects that are out there to show the truth. Simple as that. So, spinny, spin, spin, spin.